It's the Leylo Show. Hit that subscribe button for me, player. You and 50 Cent, y'all been going back and forth for a few years now. So how did that conflict
Well, the
start?
Eminem situation. You know.
Oh, it started with the Eminem?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? When I went to M, he just signed with Aftermath.
Right.
You know, Ja was going at him, I was going at them. Then me and Ja got cool, super cool. We actually moved next door. Like my daughters, Coy was going to school with his daughter. Like we got close. How the f did that? Imagine that. So you see how shit happens?
Yeah.
I didn't even know Ja when they did that to 50 at Hit Factory.
Okay.
I didn't even know him personally.
You didn't know neither one of them, huh?
I didn't know neither one of them.
Right.
And then I ended up moving to Jersey, and I ended up moving damn near next door to him. So it's just weird how life is, man. It really is, bro. You know what I'm saying? It made it look like me and Ja teamed up against Eminem and 50.
Yeah.
It's just that it just happened at the same time. Him and 50 was going through this shit, then me and them was going through our shit. Then I magically moved next door to him. Right. It's crazy, yo. But you know, I went on tour. He took me on tour with him, and I opened up, man, all over the world with Ja, man. You know, salute to Ja.
Yeah.
So rest in peace to Irv Gotti.
Yeah, rest in peace to Irv Gotti. Recently, speaking of Irv Gotti, 50 was very, he's very disrespectful towards Irv Gotti.
You know, look, we all grown men, man. And at this point, it's like, how can I put it? Like, it's deeper than rap. It's deeper than the internet. You know, at this age, you're supposed to be able to really understand what's the matter with him. Like, what's the matter with his psyche? You know what I mean? Like, because if it doesn't affect your day to day, who gives a fuck anyways? But at this point, people should know the type of guy this guy is. When you look at his history, you know, he's suffering.
Right.
He has to be, because the thing is, the things that he do, his behavior, to him is normal. And it's not normal. That's not the behavior that men grow up being. Like I wouldn't want to raise my son to be like him because of his qualities and the shit that he does.
Right.
Like so if you're a man and you could say, you know what, I want my son to be just like 50, then you're fucked up in the head. Because there's qualities there. He gets money, he's a hustler. That's great. Talented, raps good, acts good. But it's the other shit, like the shit all that don't got to do with being a man. That's just talent. Women can do that. Being a man is you never get jealous or envious over another man. And I think he suffers greatly from that. I think all his beefs, from Ja to Omari to Meech I just think he gets jealous of, and if you're not with him, then it's like you're against him. And like, as a man, like I could never be like that. Like I salute, even if I do it quietly, even if I don't even do it in public, in myself, I'm saluting. Like when I see Vlad doing their thing. And then I noticed, like, from the internet is exposing a lot of men like that. There's more jealous men than there are women out here. Like are really insecure. Because what it is, with men, our thing is women. Everything revolves around women. So when you see other that got it easy with the women, or the women are attracted, you become, instead of like giving props or checking it out so you could put it in your repertoire so maybe you can, or watch what they're doing, you're mad at them. You get angry at them. And that's just from not being raised by a good father, I think. I think there are qualities that you have to have a father. I think there are things that if you don't have a father, there are things that you're gonna be missing. Because there's no way, like every person he's ever worked with, that he signed, that he put on, that was dope, that he was responsible for putting on, ended up breaking up, ended up leaving him, and beefing with him. So what does that tell you? Everything's about him. If it's not about him, if you're not kissing his ass, if you're not being his yes man, if you're not laughing at him, if it's not about, if the attention's not on him, and he'll do anything to get it, then it's like, then you know.
Well, no, Tony Yayo, he ain't going nowhere. He right there.
Huh?
Tony Yayo.
My thing is like, he's not even in the conversation. He can't even be in the conversation. Like, how can he be in the conversation? 50 throws him in the bushes and slaps these, you know what I'm saying? So he can't be in my conversations. Cause that's never happened to me. Like I'm saying, so that's a different like level of people that go for like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way. And I'm not nut hugging nobody. I love my to death, and I done grew up with I got some real hitters. I got some real in Boston, all over the place. I love them to death.
Right.
But ain't no way our communication is gonna be the way that shit is.
Right.
Yeah, I don't hug no nuts.
So what made, well, we know what made 50 target you with the snitching, but why now though? Like,
he gotta take every little shot he can. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The transgender, he gotta take every little shot he can.
Yeah.
I should have sued him for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's, I got bigger things I'm trying to do. I can't focus on the stupid shit that he does. The thing that he does is when he puts it on the platform, it's just eyes. So that's when it's time for me to turn it all around. And usually that don't affect me. None of that shit that he's done's affected me. Nothing.
Wait a minute,
it don't stop my motion.
You said something about transgender?
The transgender, when he started posting shit about the transgender and me. Oh man, so I'm doing a movie in Atlanta, all right?
Okay.
Stupid shit, man. It's crazy, man.
Right, okay.
Okay, so Cricket, he's a director, Duchess, you know Cricket.
Yeah, director Cricket.
Duchess
shout out
from,
to Cricket.
and shout out to Cricket, and Duchess from Black Ink.
Yeah, shout out to Duchess.
They had this dope ass movie that I love. Remember, I just got finished telling you, right? I want to do roles outside of being gangster. I just told you that, right? All right. They gave me a role outside being a gangster. It's on Tubi. It's called False Advertisement. Great movie, great script. They did the script. I really enjoyed it. I ain't gonna lie, it's dope. I can't even front. All right. The movie is about a dude who played, because somehow he was at a club and the girl thought he was gay. So he plays like he's gay to still f with the chick until lets her know that he's straight. And I hope I'm saying that right, but you got to see the movie. I play an advertising agency that he works for, the boss, straight guy, okay? But it was like a comedy. So I said, hey, let's do this, you know what I'm saying? So I go on the set, I'm doing my scenes. Now, there are scenes in the movie where there's a gay club. That's where the transgender, I guess as an actress or whatever, was doing their part. Me and the transgender never met, never seen each other, nothing. I did my part, went home. I did like 3 days of shooting, separate days I had to come in and shoot. I've never seen the transgender. Cricket gives the transgender my number because the transgender wanted, because I had the crab trap up in Brookhaven. The transgender was wondering if they could rent it out.
Okay. Saying
stuff like, so I'm like, man, like I was upset. I was mad at Cricket. I ain't gonna front. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, look, bro, like, I'm not even comfortable talking to a transgender. You know what I'm saying? Not like that. You know what I'm saying? Why would you get a number? So the transgender ends up calling me. I'm trying to be adult, mature, cool. I'm not trying to be all disrespectful or nothing. I'm like, what's up? So there's like, yeah, well, I want to be, we know the same people. I was on Love and Hip Hop. All right, cool. That's cool. What's popping? You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, I would love to rent the Crab Trap. I'd be doing for Tyler Perry. We'd be having big things. I could really get you some money. I was like, that sounds good. Okay, cool. The transgender had asked me, can we go out to lunch and talk? But I was like, nah, we can't do that. I said, I can't be seen with you by myself. Well, why not? Well, because people around me wouldn't understand it. I'm trying to be, instead of being like, you mean why? Because I don't, matter of fact, boom, instead of doing that, I'm still trying to explain it, trying to be cool. Because, a lot of my friends, my father, my family, they wouldn't understand that. Right. I said, you know that, you know what I'm saying? I said, it's nothing personal, but you know what I'm saying? But listen, I said, if you want to rent the thing, I'll come up there. I was going to go up there with a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? At the Crab Trap, if the transgender was going to come up there. Right. So they doctored up the fucking phone call. You could hear the little pops in it where they must have did it in Pro Tools or something, or edited it. Try to make it seem like I was talking to the transgender, right? So 50 posted. So the transgender and 50 are now in cahoots with each other trying to make me look crazy. I got on the internet and said, look, if I see the transgender, I'm gonna put. I said, I'll go to jail for this. I said, I'm not playing. I said, play with me you want to, right? And then when I see you, this is why transgenders get, right? And I made a major big thing about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not having it. You know what I'm saying? Now, the transgender finally went on a radio show and said that they've never met me in my life, which we haven't. We've never seen each other. Correct. It was all, the transgender made a whole music video, a diss record with lingerie and everything that I didn't see, but 50 played it on his on his. And he's putting this on his platform. Like, the transgender makes a whole rap video with this song about me. Like, and this posts it. Like, bro, why would you even post that? Why would you post a transgender in lingerie and that? Why? So, you know, again, people use the internet to control narratives, to scar people's name. It ain't happened to me because none of that is true.
You say you ain't going, huh?
Nah.
You ain't going.
I'm saying, like, I'm 60.
You 60?
I'm 60. I pop somebody, I'm going, what do I got, 25 left, maybe? God willing.
Yeah.
I pop somebody, I go sit down for the rest.
Yeah.
I'm not having it. I want to live. I got a 9-year-old son I love to death. Me and my girl, I want to get married. Like, bro, like, I want to live, man. Right. I survived a lot. I don't want to have to keep going through this shit. But if somebody disrespect me on that level, snitch, gay, in person, I'll go sit down. I'm gonna have dope commissary and I'm gonna have stories for days. And I'm gonna be the OG. I'm not going. I'm not bothering nobody. I don't do that. I don't get under pages and, yo, nigga, you look like, or you look. These niggas are out here that lost their fucking minds, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've always been good with the chicks. Beautiful women my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Very confident in who I am, not insecure. Know how to talk, know how to charm, know, like my father taught me well. Like, I'm not, like, the shit they doing is, you know, that little sucker kitty shit, I finally figured it out now. You know what I'm saying? So it don't affect me. There's two worlds, it's outside and there's the internet. You know, I can't control what my say on the internet, but I can control what the is outside in front of me.
Correct. Speaking of family, have you spoken to your daughter lately?
You know, I'd rather not talk too much about that subject now, to be honest.
Respect.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? That's just a touchy situation. And like I said, with the internet, man, it's just weird how everybody gets involved, and the next thing you know, one little thing turns into it's just, you know what I mean? So I just, when it comes to, you know, CC, I love her. I hope she does, you know, she's about to have a baby. God knows, I hope the baby, you know, is healthy. But yeah, I just, you know, I'd rather not talk about that.
It's the Leylo Show. Hit that subscribe button for me, player.